these are our latest Big 12 power rankings. Just 2 games left in the season before you hit the postseason. I'll start with my Big 12 power rankings. I still have Colorado atop this conference. They just absolutely dominated their opponent this past week. I believe they played Utah. So Colorado, they stay put until they lose again. Now, Arizona State, if we would have showed you this at the start of the season, my goodness. Arizona State getting the job done on the road in Manhattan, Kansas, up to number 2 in these Big 12 power rankings. Iowa State, they move up 2 spots. Still going to be a thorn in the side of those Sun Devils. You'd love for them to lose at some point through these last 2 games. Cyclone fans, though, certainly feeling good about their team, Rocco Becht and company. BYU, they dropped 2 spots after their loss to Kansas. BYU, like it's been said in the chat before, haven't played well these last couple of weeks. So they are bound to fall maybe a couple more spots as the season continues. Kansas State, number 5, another team dropping because of what occurred over the weekend, coming off a bye week, losing to Arizona State and absolutely getting stomped pretty early on in that game. Avery Johnson looked rattled, did not look totally great. Baylor moves up 3 spots. Sneaky team as of late. They've been hot lately. Watch out for the Bears. TCU, they fall 1 spot. Kansas, biggest riser of the week. They jump up 5 spots, obviously, after the big win on the road against BYU. Big matchup for the Jayhawks. Jalen Daniels, Devin Neal and company. They are at home against Shedeur Sanders in Colorado. Arizona State fans definitely rooting for the Jayhawks in that one. Texas Tech, they fall a spot. They didn't play this past weekend. West Virginia, they fall 3 spots after their loss to Baylor. Ironically enough, West Virginia was in the thick of the race to make the Big 12 title along with Arizona State, Iowa State, some of these other teams, but that loss to Baylor pretty much all but does their season in. UCF, they move up 1 spot. They didn't play this past weekend. Cincinnati falls 1. Arizona, welcome out of the final spot. Okay, you are now 13 after, what was just an incredibly impressive victory over the Houston Cougars. Congratulations. Season defining. Congratulations to Brent Brennan on what is likely going to be another season at Arizona. Woo! Houston drops 4 spots after their loss to the Wildcats. Utah falls a spot because they continue to suck. And Oklahoma State still winless in the Big 12 conference. Unbelievable that these are the Big 12 power rankings with just 2 weeks to go. Merck in the chat, Kansas could easily have 4 more wins. Shorpa saying, hit that like button, people. Absolutely, hit that like button. What do you got, Eric?
We're really not that different. Everything is within 1 or 2 spots.
I'm talking more about what you have for 1.
Well, here's the thing. Put it up on the screen. Your Arizona State Sun Devils are the number 1 team in my Big 12 power rankings. Listen, I understand that this is not technically how the actual Big 12 standings are, but if you look at it over this past weekend, Arizona State, which I already had as one of the top teams in the conference, had by far and away the most impressive win of the weekend. By far and away.
Yeah.
Colorado.
Kansas is pretty impressive.
Kansas was impressive, but the most impressive and most consequential was Arizona State beating Kansas State.
Yeah.
Colorado beat Utah, who I have now ranked worst in this conference, which is insane, but I have them ranked worse. They beat them in a blowout at home, and I'm going to give Colorado all the credit in the world. I didn't believe they would be this good. They are absolutely this good. But right now, right here, for just the power rankings, ASU had the more impressive, more important weekend, beating the number 16
Colorado
team in the country
fans are coming
on the
for
road. I don't care.
Okay.
You think I'm scared of Colorado fans?
Okay, just throwing that out there.
I don't care at all. You're still a really good team. You still are the most likely team to make the Big 12 championship. That's fine. I'm taking ASU if we play, but I think I've earned the right to do that.
You get mad at me.
Yes, I am.
Why?
Because you set me up.
Well, you got a lot more teams.
I do. Iowa State at 3 up 2. Kansas State, I'm going to not give them as much of a knockoff for losing to a good team. So I have them moving down 1 there now at 4. BYU, I have knocked down significantly more because as much as I respect what Kansas is doing, it's clear that Kansas is not one of the best teams in this conference, and you did get beat by them. So BYU drops down. Texas Tech stays the same. Baylor, like you mentioned, hot up 2. TCU staying at 8. Kansas, I have moving up 4 spots at 9. UCF up 2 at 10. West Virginia drops down 4 spots at 11. Arizona goes up 4 spots with a win over Houston, but that's also because Cincinnati drops 3 spots. Houston dropping 3 spots. The Cinderella run is over.
Is that what we're calling it?
Oklahoma State, you stay at 15. Utah, boy, are you stinky.
Why Oklahoma State over Utah? Just you really hate the
They
Utes?
just suck.
Both of them suck.
And I mean, it's like, hey man, what's worse, like a mountain of diarrhea or a mountain of like boogers?
So graphic.
They all suck.
So graphic. Guys, that is our Big 12 power rankings. Hit that like button. Let us know in the comments you agree or you disagree when it comes to what we have with just 2 games left in the season.